Hi guys, and welcome back to another video on No Man's Sky. Stay home and stay safe in this pandemic and use this time to learn something new. Today we're going to look at how to make a nanite farm without any glitching, ship scrapping or collecting involved. This idea comes courtesy of Reddit user Licorice Mint. We're going to be processing fungal mould into delicious vegetable stew for selling to Kronos for nanites. Now, I have built quite a large farm for these nanites, so you don't have to build one of this size. Mine nets me roughly about 50,000 nanites an hour, enough to upgrade your starship to a higher class, or enough to buy about 2 ships worth of S-class upgrades. For this build, I have used the following resources: 2,370 magnetized ferrite, 3,080 pure ferrite, 1,205 ferrite dust, 110 metal plating, 59 glass, 2 ion batteries, 2 microprocessors, 2,185 chromatic metal, 1,200 condensed carbon, 400 carbon, 4,600 fungal mould, 2,300 ammonia, 2 carbon nanotubes, 185 sodium, 100 sodium nitrate, 5 hermetic seals, and 60 gold. You will also need the nutrient processor for this build, which you can obtain from the construction research station on board the Nexus. It costs 10 salvage data, so make sure you bring enough. Next, you will have to find a suitable system. As before, I like to find a high economy, low conflict system, so make sure that you have both the conflict and economy scanners installed. Warp on over and then you can start scanning the planets to find a suitable one. Here I didn't have much choice in planets, so I went for another desert biome. Land your starship, load up your survey device and start searching for an electromagnetic hotspot. I managed to find a C-class hotspot, and for this build this is more than enough. Place your base computer down, claim the site and begin building your power spot. As usual, I have built a 5x5 square to rest my electromagnetic generators on, surrounded them with walls to prevent any creatures from getting in, cleared the surrounding terrain, and started to lay my generators. As I have mentioned in my other videos, you don't need to wire the generators individually. If you wire them in lines, you can then connect the ends of the lines together. Build some batteries, wire these up to each other and to your generators, and now you're good to start building your base. Once again, because of the terrain bug in No Man's Sky where your destroyed terrain grows back, I have built my base off of the ground. Now initially I built way too many biodomes and corridors than I needed, so I reduced the amount. The finished base has 2 short-range teleporters, 6 biodomes, 2 square rooms, 18 glass corridors, 10 curved corridors, 1 landing pad, 25 electromagnetic generators, 12 batteries, 11 window panels, 9 glass floors, 34 metal floors, 8 hydroponic trays, 92 fungal clusters, 1 teleporter, 1 base computer, 1 large refiner, 20 metal walls, 12 white lights and 5 nutrient processors. Wire up everything you need to and then your base is powered. Build your hydroponic trays and connect them to power. Now, for this base I made a floating platform for which my storage containers can lie. This isn't necessary and I haven't counted the supplies I used in the total at the beginning. And don't forget to name your farm. This makes it easier for you to remember and navigate back to from other bases. And don't forget to make sure the caps key is being used properly. Now it's time to start planting. For this you will need both fungal mould and ammonia. This is going to allow you to plant fungal clusters which you will be harvesting to get your nanites. If at any point you find you don't have enough mould, pop along to your large refiner and add the fungal cluster components into it to spit out more fungal mould at a rate of 1 to 2. You can use this with any other plants to duplicate them by adding the material they need to be planted with. Now I'm creating a new building to house my nutrient processors in, and like before I made too many of them and had to whittle it down. I found 5 was the perfect number to have as it allows you to have processors for every step without forgetting which one is doing what stage of the process. The process of turning fungal mould into nanites is done in stages. First things first, you're going to place fungal mould into a nutrient processor in order to gain non-toxic mushrooms. and then further process that into steamed vegetables. You then combine 2 steamed vegetables to make a flavoursome sauce, and combine steamed vegetables and mushrooms to make a fibrous stew, and then finally combine the stew and the sauce to make a delicious vegetable stew. Each process takes about 2 minutes and 5 seconds to complete, so make sure that you do have enough nutrient processors. When you have your delicious vegetable stew, hop into your ship. I'm starting here with 5,425 nanites before this process and 100 delicious vegetable stew. Fly up to the Nexus and head straight to Cronus. Just to show you that this doesn't take a great deal of time, here is my clock. Also, shout out to my man Joji, loved him as Filthy Frank, and now I listen to his music whilst I'm making videos. Speak to Cronus and start to present your delicious vegetable stews. It takes roughly about 7 seconds to sell each one depending on the exit animation that he does. Unfortunately, Hello Games haven't put in an option for you to present multiple stews at once, so this part can be quite boring. You can make an average of about 98 nanites per stew, but that varies between 90 to 105. I now have 14,459 nanites from this, an increase of 9,034, meaning I averaged 90 nanites per stew. This took about 12 minutes to do. And that's it. An easy way to farm nanites. It can be a little time consuming, but it's better to do in the long run than glitches because they get patched pretty quickly. You can do this over and over again, and you don't have to sell them all in one go. What I now do is make a load and take 1 stack with me whenever I go to the Nexus, sell those in about 5 or so minutes, and then carry on with my journey. Thanks for watching, please drop a like, and if you want to see more videos on No Man's Sky and other games, hit the subscribe button. Leave a comment if you have any ideas for further videos, have any questions about the process, or you just want to have a chat. And have a safe journey, fellow travellers.